What is up, you guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make an anime music video, or also known as an AMV. So this is an AMV tutorial. I'm going to be teaching you what kind of music to get, how to do the effects, how to edit them, and all above. So let's just get right into it. So let's hop right into it. We're on YouTube and we're going to look up, okay, well, first off, what you want to do is you want to pick out what fight you want to do. So for me, I'm going to do Naruto fight. I'm going to do Sasuke versus Itachi. And we're just going to go ahead and get this clip right here. 60 frames. If you have the option, always choose 60 frames because it'll just work better for you in post. So we're going to go ahead and download this video right here. Okay, we got it. So now that we have our anime fight, what you want to do is that you want to pick what song you want to do. So for this is where you can really be creative. You can whatever song you pick sets the mood for the video. So if you're picking a fight, anime fight, you want to pick something more grunge, more intense, more something a little with a lot of energy. So I already picked my song. I'm doing Tempo from Bones, but a lot of people like to do like X, Ski Mask, Suicide Boys. So any of those are perfect choices. Also, what you can do is you can pick a song with a lot of hi-hat rolls. A lot of these AMV have a lot of flash cuts, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. But it's basically where the screen flashes with like black, and they match those flash cuts with the hi-hat rolls. So that's how you get that effect, and I'll show you that in a second. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into Premiere. Let this open real quick. And by the way, I already have my song downloaded, so we're just gonna go ahead and open a new project. Okay, so here's Premiere. We're gonna go ahead and create a new project. We're gonna call this Sasuke versus Itachi AMV. Okay, and here's my workspace. So it might look differently on yours. You might be on the editing tab, but this is my personal one. So we're gonna go ahead and import our two videos that we downloaded, your song and your anime video. Or is it, where is it? Okay, here's one. And then Tempo, where's Tempo? Here. Okay, so we're gonna click import. And here they are in our bin. So first of all, the easiest thing to do is just drag the audio onto the timeline, like so. So you have the song. Okay. So next, this might be a little tedious, but depending on how long your song is, you want to adjust the fight, the action scene for the length of your video. So if you have a long video, like say Naruto and Pain, that's a pretty long fight, so you might want a longer song for that. But for this one, this isn't a long fight, and it's not as long a song, so this is going to be just fine. What you're going to want to do is scroll here in the source panel, and wherever you see some action, you're going to want to hit I on your keyboard. So about here, you're going to want to hit I, let that play out. Okay, and when you want to cut, you just want to hit O on your keyboard like that, and you'll get these two blue bars. What you're going to do then is just here where it says drag video only, you're going to click, hold, and drag it onto your timeline, and you can see it appears on your timeline. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pick out set the in and out points of the action scenes of what I want to be in the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip towards after me doing that. Oh, and so here's another tip for AMV music videos. You don't ever just want to. It may be an AMV animated music video, but the same rules apply. You never just want to get right into the actions. You want to have a little setup. So if it's like an emotional moment before the fight, you want to include that into your AMV. Just a heads up. Alright, so I'm back, and as you can see here, I've got most of the clips on there. about halfway, a little over halfway done over the song. And you can see here's a lot of cuts. Usually for AMVs you don't need to have a lot of cuts because the animes themselves are already filled with a lot of cuts, you can see here. And so if you want, you can go ahead and make some of those cuts. But what I also did, you can see where here the effect is yellow as well here. I just slowed down the clips a bit since it was in 60 frames per second, take advantage of that. And just to slow down the clips, you want to right click it and then go over here to speed and duration. Then right here where it says speed, you can slow it down or you can move the duration. However, I just put it to 70 and that's some pretty good slow-mo. And another thing I did here is where you can see here on the, you might want to make the audio clips a little larger so you can see the sound waves better. You can see here where it starts to get louder. Let me just play that. Right there. That's where you want to make your action cuts. So you can see here it goes from slow-mo to action, straight to the action. So that's something you want to do when making an AMV. Right here we got some clips with the captions on them, the subtitles. Subtitles to some people, they like it because it matches their aesthetic of the video, but for some you might not like it. So what you can do is you can add a crop effect onto it, and which is also goes with the cinema bar. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to go into your effects and just grab this crop tool and drag it onto your clip. Go into your effect controls, and right here where it says bottom, you're gonna move that to the right so you can see you get these bars that show up, so you can cover up the subtitles like that. And since we made it 12 on the bottom, on the top we're gonna make it 12 as well, just like that. So you can see it gives it that cinematic look that most of the AMVs have. And that right there already looks good on its own, but we're gonna go ahead and do something else to make it better in my opinion. So you're gonna go over here, right click where your project bin is and go to new item, or you can also just go straight up here to file, new, and then make an adjustment layer. Yeah, click OK. And we're not going to want this that long, so you're going to drag that onto your timeline, and you can see it doesn't do anything. We're going to go ahead and make this the length of the video. And a mistake I made is that you don't want to put your crop effect onto your clip itself. You want to go ahead and copy that, delete it, and you're going to want to put that onto the actual adjustment layer, so you can see it drags onto the whole video since the adjustment layer is the length of the whole video. So another thing we can do to make it look better is we're going to close the effects tab, go into lumetri color, close the basic correction, go into creative, and then here where it says look, these are all different LUTs that you have. Some of these I downloaded from the internet. You can look up free LUTs on YouTube or on Google and you'll get a bunch of free LUTs that look good. And these SL are ones that already came preloaded with Premiere. So we're gonna go ahead and just look through, see which one looks good. I think this one looks good. So click that. I think this actually looks really good with our video because most AMVs have a lot of contrast, and this particular LUT has a lot of contrast in it. So this LUT is going to work perfect with our video. So right now I'm going to go ahead and teach you those invert effects. So go into your effects panel, look up invert, and I have the Sapphire pack, so I'm going to use that one. And you just drag it onto your clip and you can see it inverts it. It makes it really good effect when matched with the sound. You see what I mean? And then what's good about the Sapphire pack is that you can just go ahead and load different presets. So if you don't like the one that's currently on, you can go ahead and load different ones. Yeah, so you can see here there's a bunch of different ones. So I like this red and blue one, so I'm gonna go ahead and click that and hit load, and you can see it changes the invert just like that. And then also, if you don't want to use any of those presets, you can also just go into here and mess with this. So like if you don't want red, you can click that, invert green, blue, alpha, yeah, just like that. So just leave it like that. Now that I showed you the invert effect, I'm going to show you those flash cuts I was telling you about. So I found a place right here where it has hi-hat roll, so I'll show you what I mean by that. Just listen to the music. So that's what a hi-hat roll is, and that's where you want to add your flash cuts. So what a flash cut is that you basically go ahead and play the music, find where the hi-hats hit. A little trick I like to do is I like to play the music, and whenever I hear hi-hat, I hit the M mark on my I hit the M button on my keyboard, and it adds a little marker you can see there. But we're gonna want it onto here, so click off of the clip. You're gonna play the video, and then whenever you hear hi-hat, you're gonna want to press M on your keyboard, and it's gonna leave a mark on top right here. Just like that, I can see where I left my marks, and that's where the hi-hats are. So we're gonna go ahead and cut. And most of the time, flash cuts are usually between 1 and like 3 frames. You don't want it to be too much, because then it'll just be black for a few seconds. So we're gonna do that. Make it 2. So we're gonna cut that. 2, cut, 2. Cut, delete, 2, cut, 2, cut, delete, 2. And you can do this for however long you want, or match it to the hi-hat rolls. So I'm just moving ahead 2 frames, cutting, 2 frames again, and deleting. So this is what it looks like. And so that's what a flash cut is. That's what a flash cut is, and what a lot of people do is that they will add an invert effect to the flash cuts just to make it a little better. This is all just opinion though. You can see there, that's with the invert, and this is without the invert effect. And so those are all the components to an animated music video. I will go ahead and finish this one, and then I'll let it play through the ending of the video. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you liked it, if you want to see more of this type of content. Subscribe and check out my website, link in the description below. So again, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
When the money come and the